guys, how's it going? This is Amanda from Amanda Around the Globe. Today I am really excited to talk about a topic that I haven't talked about very much on my channel, and that is the law of attraction. I have mentioned it in a few of my videos, but I haven't actually ever made a full video on this. So today I want to talk about how the law of attraction changed my life. I'm just gonna get right into it. So basically, my life changed drastically when I became a minimalist, and my goal for minimalism was to be able to live a life where I was financially free, where I was less stressed, where I wasn't working around someone else's schedule, where I could make my own schedule a little bit more and live life more on my own terms. So the law of attraction helped me a lot in this endeavor that I kind of took on when I became a minimalist. So when I became a minimalist, that was my goal, to be really financially free and to just make my life kind of what I wanted it to be and make a life that I wanted instead of following someone else's rules, pretty much. I first used the law of attraction after I went on my first trip abroad, which was to Thailand in 2015. In June 2015, I went to Thailand, and that was my first trip abroad. During that trip, I actually met people that were traveling long-term. I didn't meet anyone that was traveling as long-term as I am now, but I met some people that were traveling for 6 months, and this blew my mind. Once I got over the fact that it was possible to do that, I realized, like, I want to do that. That sounds amazing, and I would really like to make that happen in my own life. And after this trip, I kind of started thinking about this, and I started following a lot of travel bloggers on Instagram and just reading people's blogs that traveled full-time, and I started to imagine myself in these places. And I imagined myself in Paris, I imagined myself back in Thailand, I imagined myself in I kind of made out this whole plan, this whole goal, and I decided that what I was going to do is I was going to travel for a year, and I was going to save up enough money to do that. And the crazy thing about this is that I came back from Thailand in June 2015. I was only there for 2 weeks, and I left on my never-ending travels in November of 2015. So there was a very short time in between those two trips, and when I left to go to Thailand in June, I was actually in a long-term relationship. I was living with someone, and I wasn't really intending to get out of it until I got back from Thailand, and I realized that I wanted this life that my current life would not fit into, and I realized that there were things that I would have to change, and a lot of those things were, well, all of those things were things that I wanted to change. So I didn't want to work full-time anymore. I didn't want to be in this relationship anymore. I didn't want to be living where I was living anymore, but I wasn't happy in the relationship that I was in and the person I was living with. I wasn't happy with the job that I had. It wasn't satisfying to me. It didn't light me up or make me feel alive or happy at the end of the day, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a life that made me happy and that made me feel alive and excited and fulfilled. And yeah, so I started imagining this life where I was a travel blogger and where I was traveling the world and talking and writing about things that I really cared about, things like minimalism, things like personal growth, things like living outside of the norm and living outside of society's expectations, and not ever planning on buying a house, and not planning on having kids, and not planning on getting a house with a white picket fence and a dog and a new car every three years. Like, that's not my goal anymore. That's not what I want. And so I started to use the law of attraction to imagine myself doing this, and I think a lot of things fell into place for me very easily because I was just really manifesting this into my life. So I found a really cheap ticket to go on a round trip flight to Europe when I was ready to leave, even though I was ready to leave a few months before I was originally planning to leave. I decided to just bite the bullet and start traveling early because I was just ready to go, and it lined up perfectly for me. I found a flight for $600 round trip from San Francisco to Copenhagen, and I traveled Europe for 3 months. And during that 3 months I spent, I think, about $3,000 to travel through Europe. Like, all of this stuff that I had imagined doing, I was doing, and it was amazing. So once I started traveling more full-time, like after I was traveling through Europe and after I was traveling through South America, which is where I went next, I went to Thailand to kind of settle down and figure out what I really wanted to do, because my life of travel made me happy and made me fulfilled, but I felt like I wanted something more. Like I wanted to feel like I was making a difference in other people's lives and not just traveling to broaden my own horizons and grow myself. So I decided that I was going to do something more, and I didn't know exactly what that was, but I still do have a certification. I have a certification as a holistic health coach because I went to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition in 2012, and so I decided maybe what I wanted to do was to get back into nutrition and write about nutrition and help people improve their lives through proper nutrition and a more balanced lifestyle. But once I started applying for jobs like that, nothing really came from it, and I was not getting excited about these jobs at all. I was actually thinking, like, if I got this job, how would I feel? And I was like imagining getting these jobs, and I just had this really negative feeling about this, and so I thought, like, this is not the path for me. I'm gonna stop applying to these jobs. I'm gonna do something else. And I started thinking, like, I love to write on my own website. I have my own website, and I write a lot about travel and minimalism and things that really light me up and things that I love, because I love to be able to share the knowledge that I've learned and just like guides from places that I've been on my website. So I thought it would be really nice to write a little bit more of a varied amount of things. So as I was thinking this is where it gets a bit crazy. As I was thinking that this is what I wanted to do, I was in Chiang Mai, and I was planning to leave Chiang Mai, and I decided that I was going to sell my bicycle that I had bought, because I bought this bicycle, I was planning to ride my bike all the time. It didn't really happen, and so I just decided to sell it. So I posted an advertisement in this group on Facebook that's like Chiang Mai secondhand bikes, and posted just a little post saying that I was selling my bicycle, and someone contacted me from this post, and he said, I am not interested in your bicycle, but I saw your advertisement and I clicked on your profile and I read all of your Facebook posts, because I do tend to write a lot about my everyday life and just things that happen and the way that I'm feeling about things. I write a lot about that, like on Instagram and on Facebook, and he said, I saw your writing and I really, really love it, and I want you to write for me. And he was a marketing manager at a travel company, and he said, I want you to be a travel writer at my company. And I was like, what? And for a while, like, they were still a startup, and so they had to actually launch the website before anything happened. So for a while nothing happened, and eventually I started to think, like, maybe this was not real, or maybe he decided he didn't want me to write for him anymore. And so a few months went by, and then in December of 2016, so a year ago now, he contacted me again and he said, okay, we're ready now to hire you, and our company has launched, we have a website now, and we need you to edit our itineraries. So I did. Like, I got hired to do this job, and I got paid really, really well, and it was insane. And then I was thinking, you know, I'd really also like to write about something a little bit different than just travel, because I love travel, but there's so many things in my life that I'm passionate about. So I was thinking this and kind of like, I guess I was manifesting it, and then I was kind of like thinking, I really want to get, if I can get this job, like I can get another job. I just don't know how to find these jobs. And so I was thinking, okay, I really want to have a job writing about something else that I'm passionate about, probably like something about minimalism. And very, very, very soon after I started imagining this, I got an email from a person named Ryan, and he owns a website about tiny houses, and he told me that he was looking for a writer about minimalism and that he had found my YouTube videos and he wanted to hire me to write on his website, and he gave me an outline of everything that he wanted from me, and it was perfect. It was everything I wanted. It was enough work to keep me happy and to keep me feeling like I'm doing something that I love and that I care about, and it wasn't so much work that it was going to prevent me from making YouTube videos or writing on my own website or doing other things that I love. So I was so happy to find that. I still write about minimalism on this other person's website, and then I have the opportunity to work and travel in other countries. I write on my own website, I make my YouTube videos, like I love everything that I do, and it's like, it's so crazy how these things just came to me. Like I just imagined them and manifested them, and they happened, and it's just a really incredible and powerful thing. This video is getting really long, so I don't want to ramble on forever, but I just wanted to talk really quickly about how the law of attraction has changed my life so much for the better, and I think it's just in conjunction with so many other things like minimalism and travel, and yeah, like law of attraction kind of got me to where I am today, which is so crazy. And I'm continuing to use the law of attraction in other areas of my life, and I am hoping to get some positive results out of that and see what comes of it. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see more law of attraction videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know also if you're enjoying Vlogmas, what else you want to see, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!